This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Pendulum for Beginners by Alyssa Vera. Introduction. A pendulum is a little weight suspended on a piece of chain, string, or thread. It is never made of a magnetic substance, and it is usually a crystal, even if it may also be a favorite object such as a trinket, a wedding ring, a bead, a metal ball, or even a key. Overall, a pendulum is a very simple tool that allows you to tune into your intuitive powers. It can receive and transmit information, and moves in different ways in response to questions. Commercially made pendulums are easy to find online at bookstores and in New Age shops, and they are available in all kinds of shapes and sizes. Pendulums should weigh about 3 ounces and be roundish, preferably moving down to a point at the bottom. However, a pendulum can be anything that someone feels attracted to and finds comfortable holding and using. Pendulums are used all over the world for dowsing. Dowsing is the action of using pendulums, sticks, rowans, or any other Y-shaped metal rod to locate such things as hidden metals, underground water, oil, ancient ruins, buried treasure, gold, and even missing persons or animals. The practice of dowsing has been carried out for centuries. In North Africa, cave paintings of over 8,000 years ago seem to show a forked stick. Also, ancient Egyptian and Chinese artwork portrayed dowsing activities. Overall, it is believed that dowsing can be traced back to ancient Egypt, China, and Rome, where people used pendulums to ask divine entities questions, such as where spirits come from, or where they should plant crops. In 1326, Pope John XXII condemned the practice of dowsing, referring to it as the devil's work. Consequently, dowsing gradually disappeared from public view. Despite this, the practice secretly survived, mainly at the hand of peasants who turned to dows to find water using Y-shaped sticks, and it was even mentioned in the works of priests like Abbé de Valmont. During the 16th century in Germany, dowsing started being employed for metal or searches. Because of its impressive results, the practice was then introduced in England for calamine searches in the royal mines. According to Christopher Bird, author of the book The Divining Hand, even though no one knows for sure the origin of the verb douse, it most likely made its first appearance in 1650 in an essay by the famous English philosopher John Locke. But watch out. Even though the term for using a pendulum is dowsing, not everything you do with a pendulum is dowsing. For example, if you use your pendulum to get an answer or to look for something, that is dowsing. But if you employ it for healing purposes, that will be considered pendulum healing, not dowsing. Common definitions and terms. We have just been talking about the origins of the word dowsing. Still, before getting started and see how to use your pendulum practically, there are other terms and definitions that you should know and that will make your understanding process much easier. Let's see them below. Conscious mind. It represents your waking and perceiving self and implies everything you are aware of and thinking about in this very right moment. This kind of awareness is part of your consciousness, and it has a limited, short-term capacity. Divination. The practice of using intuitive tools or your own intuition to seek hidden knowledge. Dowser. A person skilled in using a pendulum or divining rod, a Y-shaped twig. Higher self. The soul that puts you in contact with the universe or the divine. It is also called soul self, intuitive self, or true self. And it represents the spiritual, non-physical part of you. Intuition. A knowing or understanding that you get from instinct rather than conscious reasoning. Some people refer to it as inner voice, others to gut instinct. Subconscious. This is the part of your mind considered to be the operating system of both the body and mind. It exists out of the conscious mind's control and can reveal itself in ways that this cannot contain. How to choose the right pendulum. The type of pendulum you choose mainly depends on the purpose for which you are picking it up in the first place.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.